shot of the west span of the Bay Bridge. What a terrific view. We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Cleveland Cavaliers come in for this one. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible NBA action. That's certainly what we have in store for us today. Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan with partners Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. And guys, what do you think we'll be seeing from Stephen Curry in this one?
Kevin, what I like about him is that he tends to get hot at the most opportune times. It doesn't matter if it's coming out of a halftime or out of a timeout. He just has a knack for heating up in a hurry.
You know, something else I think about when I see this guy, he's a real headache to have to defend one-on-one. I mean, he's got all of the game that makes it tough for his defender.
You look at the Warriors.
You know, for the Warriors, they've tried to get their season turned around, and nothing has clicked so far.
Isn't it funny, Clark? I mean, sometimes the chemistry just doesn't work for a team. And even though the talent looks like it's there to have a good team, it just doesn't work. And for this club, that's exactly what's happened.
The layup missed. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, their last game a loss to the Magic.
And, Kevin, they put so much effort into the final few minutes of regulation in that game that they were pretty burned out in the overtime period.
Yeah, that's an excellent call by you, Steve. I thought there was a little bit of a letdown for them in OT.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And the second free throw, good. And so it's Cleveland with it. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
Well, it's kind of interesting. Last year, these two teams met, and look at the history. They gave them a beating in the regular season, sweeping that series. But then they lost it in the playoffs and got taken down.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Golden State's head coach and I were able to chat. He said they've really got their work cut out for them dealing with a player like Kevin Love, saying he's a 25 points per game scorer and can just dominate the glass. Defensively, you just can never leave him open. No open shots. Get a body on him the second a shot goes up. He knows it's easier said than done, but guys, that's the game plan.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. And Clark may be a little bit overconfident going into that series.
Well, overconfidence, Kevin, can be a factor. A lot of teams really step up their play come playoff time, so you can't ever assume a win.
Absolutely. They get the rebound. And McGee kicks to Prince. He feeds it to Love. Looking for McGee. He gets a bit. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game. A potential momentum builder.
Here's Curry. After the made shot from McGee. Curry. Good.
Tell you what, he's made more than a few of those in his career.
Cavaliers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Now the pass to Prince. The three. That drops. Prince has got 8 points.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Outside Curry. Goes up on the wing. Green for 2 points.
Well, I think this is the start they want. Come out and put some points up early. 3 or 4 so far.
Kicks it to McGee. Dellavedova. Cleveland moving the ball around. And it's Love penetrating. Here's Prince. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Well, they've settled into their offense very quickly here today.
Yeah, they're zoned in, making the most out of their possessions here.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Pass to Lee. Outside Curry. And they come right back with their goal. 3-point. He has 7.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
McGee is screen on Lee. Passes it to Love. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Wiggins.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I wouldn't bet against him in that situation next time.
Left side Curry. Second chance shot. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Cleveland leading by 3. It's stolen by Green. Here we go, one-on-one. Curry gets to Green. Oh, look out!
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
it's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
Oh, boy. Whipped cream, cherry on top. It always comes back to dessert.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Yeah, their passing has been terrific, too, Clark. We're seeing a lot of assists, really moving, a lot of flow offensively. I like what I see.
Curry attacking. Here's Lee. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. This is his first free throw of the game.
Well, he almost always cashes in when he gets to the line. He was about 86% from the free throw line last season.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
He hits the second from the line. And so it's Cleveland with it. It's a 3-point game. And there's the feed to Love. Dellavedova. It's Prince on the wing. Curry against McGee. Right side Curry. McGee with the block. And here's the break. Here's Sexton. Finished off the break. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
I didn't like the defensive game plan they had going into that one. It just seemed out of whack. The matchups were wrong, and they didn't bring the energy necessary either.
You know, it was befuddling to me why they stuck with that, Steve. I mean, they dug themselves a hole, and then they didn't make the changes they should have to get out of it. Didn't make any good adjustments there.
There's a good screen to the middle. Watson, guarded by McGee, can't hit from in close.
And no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent, the result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
Now Green, following the 3-point attempt by Kevin Love. Curry outside, and the Warriors miss again.
You know, even though he missed that 3-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, because you know if you continue to give up open looks like that, you're in big trouble.
Warriors trail by 5. Uncovered. Another miss by Curry.
Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
Prince with it. He's picked up by Lee. From the arc. Shot no good. The Warriors go the other way with it. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D. I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
The Cavaliers leading by 3. Now Love inside. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. And here's some players that you want on the line as often as possible these days. For the past month, these are the leading free throw shooting 2 guards in the league. Cleveland's gone 3 of 7 from 3-point range in the first quarter. He dishes it to Drummond. Garland. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. It's rebounded by Wiggins.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Watson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. He's got 5. Cavaliers have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Garland. Drummond. The follow-up flush.
Well, most of all, I just love the work he puts in on the offensive glass. So many of his points come on putbacks just because of sheer hustle.
And he is also a tireless worker under the glass, Steve. More than a few guys have been on the receiving end of one of his elbows when a rebound is up for grabs. He uses his body very well.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball after the miss from Wiggins. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. And it's a 5-point Cavalier lead.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over.
Curry. Good.
What a quarter for him at the offensive end. He's ignored the scoreboard and continued to go out there and do his thing.
Garland defended by Wiggins. Osman. Offensive rebound. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
The Cavaliers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Yeah, very average shooting team in terms of the free throw line. About 76% a year ago.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
And both free throws good for Drummond. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Green passes to Wiggins. Watson. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
But the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
At the line for 1.
On the free throw, no good. Cavaliers leading. Here's Getson. He with the block. Watson defended by Drummond. Watson. That misses, and a chance to tie it there. Baseline jumper, and he connects with the jumper. And the Cavaliers lead by 4. Here's Curry with the 3. Oh, he put it down!
It occurred.
What a shot! At the buzzer!
Oh, what a 3 at the horn. They hit the corner on a high note. What a big shot.
I'll say that'll put a little bounce in their step coming back out of this break.
At the end of 1, both teams putting up some points. Cavaliers on top. They lead by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California.
Spend your Christmas day with the NBA. The Miami Heat go up against the Dallas Mavericks live this Friday night.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, well, what's your take?
And you get a chance early on to see their depth. They got a nice effort from their bench players early in this game.
Yeah, Steve, I tell you what, their subs have really packed the punch for them so far.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Nance outside, fires from deep, and that one's good. Nance has got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Cleveland. The pass to Kelly. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Last year's Warriors and where they ranked in the NBA. A chance to check that out now, Kevin. 4th in free throw percentage, 7th in steals, and they were in the top 10 in assists. A lot of good passers on this team and guys that are willing to make the extra pass as well.
I was just really impressed with the free throw shooting that you mentioned. Top 5 in the league in free throw percentage. Says a lot about their concentration and their focus as a team. And this is a key part of the game for this team. They've got to get to the line and knock them down to have a chance to win.
We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. And it's blocked. 4-on-3 break. Looney defended by Allen. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Warriors have shot 2 of 5 from the free throw line.
And you take a look at the numbers, guys. They shot 80% from the free throw line as a team a year ago.
The Cavaliers trailing. Nance a screen. Nance, right side. And there's the whistle. Foul hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Now look at the Cavaliers' upcoming schedule. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Warriors.
Boy, great hustle defensively through 2 quarters of play, contesting everything, starting to rack up those block shots, guys.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
I'm sure he feels like they should have the lead right now, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
Number 7. Foul call. Looked like the D didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws. And here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that have really been controlling the boards during the past month. In third, the Cavaliers.
And the rebounding has been key because they've been boarding the ball at a very high level, playing with a ton of energy.
And Cleveland making a change here. Prince is checked in. Now Cleveland shooting in this game 45%. JaVale McGee's checked in for Cleveland.
JaVale McGee.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Prince misses. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And up the court come the Warriors on the break.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
For the 3. Another miss by Prince.
Well, after knocking down 3 three-pointers last quarter, he's starting to lose the range a little bit.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. And here's a look at what's coming up for the Golden State Warriors. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That will complete this 4-game homestand.
You know the fans out in Toronto are really hoping for a win for their Raptors.
They set the pick. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Back to Allen. Dellavedova kicks it out to Prince.
That's foul number 2 on him. It might not warrant sitting him entirely, but another one before halftime, he could be in some trouble.
And the Warriors making a change here. Here's Allen. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. 6 to shoot. Dellavedova. They get it again. They shoot again. And Allen with the layup. And the Cavaliers lead by 3.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they've chased down that pumpkin often.
Drills it from outside.
They found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
Cavaliers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Dellavedova. It's rebounded by Golden State. number 95. No good from outside. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Prince. The putback and slam dunk by Allen.
He didn't get off to much of a start early on, but seems to have shaken off the rust here in the quarter.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Golden State's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Hits the three-point bomb.
There's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
It should be easy to correct, though, if you start making the right rotations defensively.
Backing down. Dellavedova. He kicks it to McGee. Cleveland moving it around. Here's Sexton. Nailed from three-point land. He's got 5. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, no team able to build a big lead early on. I mean, it's tight.
What do you think, Steve?
Well, both teams still kind of feeling each other out here, and neither team has been able to find an edge in this game.
Poole trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Cleveland's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Here's Sexton. And a draw from three-point range.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Prince, right side. It's off his foot. And the official saying it was kicked. Warriors on D, trailing by 2, gets it to go.
Boy, you can't run an inbounds play any better than that right there.
Number 7. And the Warriors miss again. The Cavaliers are gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Here's Sexton. Dishes it to Prince. Sexton, defended by Poole. And that one's good. 8 points for him.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's gotten it going now.
No good, unable to end this run.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time. He tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
Here is McGee. He's got 5. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Well, he's a fearsome defensive presence in the paint, a shot-blocking machine, and the intensity, the effort that he brings night in and night out is such a huge asset for his team.
And he is a persistent defender too, Steve. I mean, even if he gets caught behind on the break, he'll bust his behind to get back into the play and maybe come up with a block at the last second.
Good on both. Timeout called the Warriors. And as we get a break here, important for the teams to go over their own strategy. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. So put out your best effort as the game wears on, guys.
You know, it's amazing when you're playing during a season, if you go through a stretch where you don't hydrate, it can have a major physical toll on you. Your body wears down quicker, you don't recover as fast, and that can really take its toll over the course of an 82-game season.
Cleveland leading by 7. 1:11 left to play here in the second quarter. Dellavedova, and he gets it to go from the corner. There's a minute left now here in the second. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Another strong rebound, just like we've gotten used to seeing from them today.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more of those, and this lead will be double digits.
Pass to McGee. Prince outside. Offensive rebound. It's Prince on the wing. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Prince has got 13.
They've owned the offensive glass here in the second.
Yeah, they're really trying to make a point of getting inside of the paint and getting after every rebound.
Here's Curry. Makes it off the glass. 17 points in the game.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Spark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
Prince misses. And Curry, here we go. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
An ideal finish to the quarter for them as he drains it at the buzzer.
Boy, I like the fact he didn't rush it at all. Fantastic shot.
And so we wrap up the first half. Cavaliers lead by 7. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And it's been a great game out in Oakland. Thanks for joining us. The Cleveland Cavaliers ahead against Golden State. Sitting in 7th place right now, a little too close to the bubble for their liking. JaVale McGee has been the X factor. He's got 7 points, and his two-way play has been good. Very active on the defensive side of the floor, bothering shots and bringing that energy all over the court. And midway through, the Warriors are still alive. High speed, high energy. Every time they get the ball, they're off and running. Stephen Curry's been tremendous in the first half. He's racked up 19 points and some nice plays offensively, getting the assists going. Checking out some of the games still in progress. San Antonio trailing Milwaukee out in Milwaukee. A lot of ground to make up for them. Not a lot of game left. Now let's check out what's going to be coming up later on. It'll be the Hawks against the Raptors in Toronto. That one gets started at 8 Eastern. That's it for now. Thanks for stopping in with us. It's time to head back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, who are all ready with the call.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
I feel like he made everything he got. I mean, anytime he had an open look, he took advantage of the opportunity there in that first half.
And, Steve, they were all good looks. I mean, his shot selection has been terrific throughout the game.
So on the floor for Cleveland. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
The Warriors have gone just 4 of 8 from the line tonight, hoping to move that free throw percentage up a bit. And he's good on the second. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Back to Love. Working on Green. Fades and shoots. The shot's good from Love.
Pretty much no chance for the smaller defender to block that jumper.
Yeah, he knows exactly how to use his size to his advantage there.
Here's Wiggins. Tries again, and he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2. That one on Love. Here's a look at the teams that have been dominant offensively over the course of the past month. In third, the Cavaliers.
I just love the flow with which they've played recently. I mean, this is a dominant team offensively because of that rhythm and pace.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Cavaliers leading. Dellavedova guarded by Kerr. The finger roll finish at the bucket. He's got 10.
Boy, the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Lee goes in, gives him the lead pass. moving the... The rim is shaken. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
Cleveland leading by 8. And the Cavaliers call time here.
And now look at Stephen Curry here. What a year he had last season. Second in free throw percentage. Fourth in three-point field goal percentage. And, of course, he was among the best in the league when it came to putting the ball in the basket, in the top 10 in points per game.
And, you know, thinking about his free throw percentage, Steve, to me, and you know this as well as anybody, it's about confidence and repetition and mechanics. When you're at that line, you got to be comfortable, and you got to be confident, and you got to trust your rhythm and your mechanics, and he did that every time. Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebound.
Well, you have to rebound to win, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
For Cleveland, they have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And he makes both free throws. Warriors trail by 10. Watson, he's guarded by Love. And counting. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the hit.
That's how you do it, the bump and the bucket.
The Warriors have made 7 of their last 12 attempts at the line. Prince with a screen on Curry. Dellavedova right through the D for the layup. He's got 6.
A nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
But they'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
Sexton covered by Lee. Warriors have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Here's Curry. Good D from Love. Cleveland leading by 7. This one for 3. No luck. So Golden State will take it the other way.
He continues to struggle from the field. But luckily for him and his team, his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done.
No good from Lee. Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Doubled by Wiggins. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And they need a timeout, Kevin. They haven't been boxing out like they need to. And they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
Warriors trail by 7. There's the dish to Lee. Lee with another miss. Now Cleveland shooting a hot 57% from the field in the third. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Inside. And that one's good. Drummond. Drummond's got 6 points.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Garland. That one rolling around and rims out.
Oh, that's a frustrating one there. Easy look at the hoop.
It's Curry outside. Another miss by Curry.
Remember, he was hot early. 3 3-pointers in the first half, but he may have to start putting the ball on the floor. His shot's not working here in the second.
The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Curry's got 23 points.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
On the wing, Nance. Garland. Cleveland moving the ball around. 5 on the clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. The shot misses. Warriors trail by 9. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones a long time without a basket.
They got to find something right.
He's done a ton to help his team, guys, and he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win.
On the wing, Nance. Traps in the tray. Nance has got 7 points in the game.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Curry dishes to Lee. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 5th assist in this one. Cleveland leading by 7. Garland guarded by Curry. Here's Sexton. And right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
For 3.
He's got 15.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
The drive by Green. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Another good offensive possession for him. He's trying to shoulder the load here for his team.
And the Cavaliers making a change here.
The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
Warriors trail by 7. And he drops him away up off the bench.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
Feeds to Love. Shot clock at 6. Tries it from the top of the key. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 3rd rebound tonight, and it's Lee penetrating. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
.55 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Hanson covered by Lee. And here's Love from the arc. And that one's good.
For 3.
Love's got 5 now.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the 3.
They play the clock right, Steve. They can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, just have to time it right. Make sure you work the clock correctly and get 2 possessions out of this.
Kelly passes to Wiggins. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
He's killing them with his poor shooting. The defense is more than willing to give him those shots now.
Prince outside to the inside. And Andre Drummond, the bucket on the assist by Prince. Prince has got 3 assists in the game. Here's Kennedy. No good. Prince with the defensive effort.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
5 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. 1 second left. And no good trying to get that one. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Cleveland ahead, up 8. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the 4th quarter.
Spend your Christmas day with the NBA. The San Antonio Spurs go up against the Boston Celtics this Friday. Don't miss it.
Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Cavaliers.
These long-range shots look like layups out there, guys.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
McGee off target with the jump hook. Warriors trail by 8. And for Cleveland, number 7. It's rebounded by Cleveland. They've led by as many as 11 points. Got a piece of it. Prince, right side, for 3. But they recover it.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Oh, yeah, he had not established position.
You know, I prefer the refs to whistle with a block when in doubt. I thought that was a good call there.
And the Warriors making a change here. Here's McGee. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession.
22 seconds on the shot. 22.
Love outside. Launches it. And it's Curry with the rebound. Warriors trail by 8. The 3. And that one's good. Curry's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Warriors.
It looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
Timeout called, Cleveland. I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
Kelly passes to Curry. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
How about Steph Curry in this one? 28 points, and those 4 3-pointers he's hit have helped him too.
Well, they'd be in a much different position in this game if he wasn't burying those long balls.
And both free throws good for Curry.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. And McGee kicks to Love. Leads him in there. He's looking for Prince and finds him. Great tee that time from Wiggins. Warriors trail by 5. Curry passes to Kelly. Back to Curry. Lets it go from deep. Watson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that.
The first one falls. Andre Drummond's checked in for JaVale McGee. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Sexton, defended by Kelly. Knocked loose. It's Prince on the wing. Another miss by Prince.
Not a good look at the hoop. They've got to do a better job offensively creating some space.
Outside for Curry. And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul called. He'll shoot free throws.
That's his first personal foul. At the line of the Warriors, Stephen Curry.
First free throw is good.
He's made an effort to get into the defense a lot more by aggressively attacking the basket, and he's not shying away from the contact, which is giving him some free throw opportunity.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Love with the screen on Curry. Here's the 3. Another miss by Prince.
He's playing selfishly now, guys. He's just trying to get as many shots up as he can. Doesn't look at all concerned about his teammates.
He feeds it to Curry. Connects from three-point range. Curry's got 16 points here in the second half. It's been a tight one game so far. Very close game.
Well, 7 lead changes, Kevin and Steve, in this one, and we could very well be seeing more.
Yeah, I believe it, because these two teams so well matched up. You look at the talent. I think we're in for a very, very competitive night.
Warriors on D. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. No problems knocking that one down. 9 points for Kevin Love.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
Curry gets the bucket.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And the Warriors making a change here. Uses the glass to finish the load. Curry's got 39.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
Dellavedova, and it's blocked by Curry. And now running it up the court, Green pushing it all the way. No good from Wiggins. Kicks to Curry. Somehow ignores the tight heat and gets the layup. And now a 6-point Warrior lead. And now we get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Now we've seen them make that extra effort rotating from the weak side, closing out on their airspace, or sending shots back.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
I agree, Clark. They need stops. They can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are really high percentage looks.
Well, now they're just going to town on it.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Curry gets the screen from Green. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltender.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Dellavedova guarded by Curry. Prince kicks to Love. A second chance effort. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line.
Drummond having a terrific game. He has 8 points and a pretty good rebounding performance from him also.
Yeah, he's been establishing terrific position, boxing out very well, and battling hard for every rebound. Some great free throw shooting so far in this second half.
I think they should keep trying to initiate contact and get back to the line until they start missing from there. But as it is, they're perfect so far, so keep it up.
Pass to Prince. Sexton covered by Lee. Here's Sexton. A three-pointer, no good.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costing.
Watson defended by Drummond. Pass to Wiggins. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. Curry dishes to Lee. Takes the three. Can't hit, so Cleveland will take it the other way. Sexton covered by Lee. Dellavedova. It's good from long range.
It seems like they've given up far too many points from the three-point shot today. A lot of open looks out there.
I agree, Steve. The defensive rotations have been abysmal.
Here's Curry. They double-team Curry. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession. Timeout
call, Cleveland. They're trailing by 2. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth. The Cavaliers trailing. Here's Sexton. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. The offensive rebound. Golden State moving it around. The feed to Curry. Sinks the triple. Curry's got 48.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this high.
He dishes it to Drummond. Love outside. Lets it go. Can't get it to go. And Golden State will go the other way with it. Into Green. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. And now a 7-point Warrior lead.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guy.
It's Curry outside. No good.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open.
Puts up a three. The Cavaliers pull it in.
Probably time to just say it, guys. This game is over.
I think you're right on target there.
Prince goes back up. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here. Following the goaltending call.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And you can hear the reaction of the fans to that call.
Well, it's obvious they did not like it, Steve.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Andre Drummond. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
Perfectly done at the stripe there. Brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
Allen, a screen on Curry. No good on the quick three. But they get it back. Lets it go with the three. Nance, no good. Now Curry. So we see the Warriors get the win here. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was